That is about 134 points, a little bit over 130, 142 points, 145 points right there to the downside. It's 150 points almost right there. Look at that, guys. The whole thing is just going down, and we still don't have the signal here from Pirmo to get out of this. How many points is that? That's about 182 already. My name is Chris, and I am the Algo Man here on TikTok as well as over on our YouTube channel. And in today's recap of the NASDAQ 100 futures, we're going elephant hunting again because you asked for it. And I've been flooded with requests from traders wanting to see this system in action one more time. And you know what? I get it, because when you catch one of these elephants, it changes your entire perspective on what's possible. Now, let's be clear. We're not here to chase squirrels. We're not here to take every flashy signal that pops up on the screen. And we're not here for gut trades, esoteric patterns, Fibonacci fairy tales, or lagging RSI readings. Guys, we're here for structure. We're here for discipline. And we're here for high probability setups that repeat. Setups that you can build a business on. So anyway, back to this. We've got momentum falling right here. So the question is this the early onset of a trend to a short side trade? And if we notice here on our 2-minute chart, it isn't, guys. Momentum is rising. Mo is all the way to the top here, and price is all the way over here. So there is no way, absolutely zero chance that this is the early onset of a trade to the short side right here, guys. So this would be considered a false flag. Boring systems sometimes make the most money in the market. And that's one of the things I love about the Elephant Hunters system, is that it's repeatable, it's quantifiable, and yes, it's boring. But boring is good in the context of trading. So, okay, here we go. This might be the early onset of a trend to the upside. So let's go ahead and confirm and see whether or not anything aligns. And if you notice here on the 2-minute, guys, nothing is aligning for a setup to the upside right here. This looks like it might if you maybe gave it a few more seconds, but this isn't aligning. This is all the way at the zero line, and this is below the zero line. So no, and a maybe. So if ever in doubt, I skip it. Okay, nothing there. So we'll call this one a false flag right here. This is where a lot of traders end up losing money right here, because they get all tripped up as to what's going to happen next. And without context, structure, or clarity, yeah, you will lose money. But here, what we're following is a very systematic process where we're waiting for a strong shift in momentum, like right here, guys. Okay, for example, got a nice little shift in momentum to the downside. So the question is this really going to be a setup to go short? So if we come back over here to the 2-minute chart and we look, okay, we've got cycle going down. This is nice. We got momentum going down. So this is yes here, but you still have Pirmo stuck right here in the middle above the zero line. And you still have the wave indicator all the way up here. It's not yet even close to 0.43. So if I'm looking at this thinking, am I going to take a trade? Yeah, no, and no. So 2 against 3, I'd say that that's a false flag. And I'm not going to take a trade to the downside yet. And there you go. If you would have taken a trade to the downside, you would have been sucker punched by these 2 bars. Right now, you would have been panicking and praying to the futures god to bring price down. Guys, this is exactly what you try to avoid with this system. False flags that give you the impression. You see the size of this bar right here? It's a nice solid bar, unlike this bar right here that had a long wick, okay? This would give a lot of traders the impression that price is going to continue going down. Absent any of these tools, they'd take the trade only to get sucker punched right here. By now, they'd be out of the trade and crying. Okay, so you got to be patient. This is part of what this system helps you capture. Okay, That looks a little bit better right there.
Order filled.
I'll take a short trade on that one because now we got a shift in momentum here and we got a shift right here as well. So now that we're in the trade, you got to manage the trade. And to manage the trade, guys, I have bad slippage on this one too. Let's flip over to the Delta chart right here. Oh no, the Delta chart, hee-hole. A Delta chart is telling you that this is going to be a trade that's not going to go anywhere. Look, you got a crossing here and cycle went above the zero line. Oh no, this is a trade that if you ever see this, you better start looking for an exit to get the heck out of the trade because this trade is probably not going to go in your favor. Okay, right there. Let me go ahead and stop it. See, the bar changed. That's it. There's nothing there, guys. This trade is absolutely not going to go in your favor. It was a bad short, but we caught it and we got out with, a few points. Okay. Look at the Delta chart right here. Whenever the market is just tightly trading the way you saw the market trading like this, and you have a trade that appears to be wanting to go in your direction, and if for some reason you get a crossing with momentum right here and cycle going up, like this, okay, and you get a crossing like this, this is likely telling you that price is gonna reverse on you right here, okay? And if that happens, you know what? It's better to err on the side of caution than to try to let the trade run and then the trade ends up working at, going against you like that, okay? So the Delta chart, the lesson here is that the Delta chart can always be used to confirm the strength of the move of the trade here on the elephant hunting approach. We're going to get bar change on this pretty soon. Cycle below zero. You've got momentum falling right there, which is really good. You got Mo pretty close. So let's see. We're going to get bar change in like 10 seconds right here. All right, guys. Absolutely. This is definitely
order filled.
To the short side right here. We got a nice shift in momentum. You've got Mo falling here with Simo, and you've got a nice shift right here to the downside. So we're taking that to the short side. So now that you're in the trade, you got to manage it, and you got to wait for your signal from Mo. Okay. Once this either crosses below the threshold and tilts up, or just comes all the way like this, then you're done. And for those of you guys who are watching, that is about 134 points, a little bit over 130, 142 points, 145 points right there to the downside. It's 150 points almost right there. There you go, 150. This is what the system does, guys. It helps you catch high probability setups like this. Okay, that's our signal.
Order filled.
There, okay. And this is, you can see it right here. Nice little pop to the upside, okay. Let's take a look at our Delta chart. I'd be very, 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 very curious to see. That might still have maybe a little bit more left, I don't know, in the trade right there. But as far as the signal goes, this is the signal that I would use to get out right here, especially on one of these huge runs. You can use the Delta chart.
Wow, did you see that? That's what you call precision.
All right, guys, this is the whale hunting system right here, okay? And I'll kind of walk you through it from the open all the way till 12 noon, okay? So cycle goes up right here, okay? The moment that cycle goes up, you know that something is going to happen. In fact, cycle is going up here at least 2 bars before price begins its move to the upside. As soon as momentum goes up right here, which is exactly right when the predictor crosses above the blue line, this very bar, that's where you take the trade to the upside, guys. And that trade goes all the way until you get the crossing right there. Okay, first good move of the morning, okay? Then you got a little bit of noise right there that really doesn't go anywhere. Then you've got another move right here as well with cycle going up. Okay, the moment that cycle goes up, boom, you've got another move right there. The moment it crosses right there, you see this crossing? That's the end of it right there. Here's another one right here. You've got cycle crossing below zero. This is where you take the move to the downside, which, by the way, would have ended up being a good trade. This is the one that we actually saw that I took and I exited with the Delta chart. Do you remember? This is it right here, guys. This is the sell that I took, and this is where I got out on the Delta chart right here, which coincidentally happens to be the end of the cycle rotation on the 1 minute. But if you were looking at this indicator, you would have gotten into the trade up here. Right as cycle crossed, you would have gotten into the trade. And the moment that cycle crossed above zero, you could have gotten out of the trade right here. You could have taken the reversal, which I believe we skipped this, if I'm not mistaken. Right here. Moment it crosses all the way up, guys, and the moment it crosses under the blue line, that would have been your exit right there, okay? And this is that big trade that just happened right now. This is where we got into the trade, and this is where we got out of the trade right there, okay? So this is where you could have timed your entry really good. The moment it crosses, this is your entry right there. The moment that you see cycle, you could even see momentum crossing right there below zero. But if you wanted to take it right there, guys, that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars sooner than what the elephant hunter got you right there. So you would have gotten into the trade 5 bars sooner, like over here. You would have taken this bad boy from here. You would have gotten out right here where this green bar is at, and you would have waited, and you would have gotten into the second leg of the trade right here, which is right where you have cycle coming down below zero. You take this trade right here as soon as it crosses, and you take it all the way until it crosses above the blue line right there, which coincidentally is where you get the cycle crossing right there. So this, in conjunction with SIMO, God, guys, this thing is absolutely lethal. It is killer. And the performance results on this are just over the top, incredible as far as our testing and, with our testing. Remember, guys, one of the key themes, okay, everybody, is always looking for systems out in the market for new tools and everything that you can imagine to improve your trading. But the best system that you guys have, guys, the best system that you guys have is your mind. You always got to train yourself to trust the process, because the outcome of your trades is going to be a byproduct of having a good process and trusting that process. And that's the difficult part in trading, guys, because when you get a new system, you want to trust it. And then, there's always a learning curve, and you want to know if you're doing it right. And then your mind starts playing all these tricks on you. You got to control the process in your mind first, and then, the process that you have in front of you will kind of follow. So just, the discipline component of this, guys, is really, really important in making sure you succeed.